Being public about her love life was hard. Ever since she stopped flirting with Sonic, the gaze started and the whispers flew. What drove Amy Rose away? Her friends knew she had someone else in her life. What else would have made her stop chasing Sonic? Amy was a bad liar. She told everyone she knew. She just decided it wasn't going to work if Sonic kept running away from her. It was just a waste of time. And she was getting nowhere. Cream fell for it and was happy for Amy. Sonic, Tails and Knuckles were a bit suspicious. Rouge seemed to see something else, which was confirmed by Shadow in all his wisdom. Amy had found someone else. No, it wasn't some imaginary boyfriend. The signs were all there. The pink hedgehog seemed to be daydreaming a lot, and there were moments she seemed to be blushing for no reason. When Shadow brought this up to her, he was promptly awarded with a smack from her Pico hammer. It was obvious Amy had kept her secret lover a huge secret. That's why no one else could figure out why. I only knew the secret was too shameful to if only they knew the secret was too shameful to share. How could anyone understand the happiness she had with this one? The passion exited within the wires inside his metal body. It was a passion she never felt with anyone before. Living or robotic, he filled all the holes in her heart and made her feel complete, even if he wasn't programmed to. Yes, Amy had found a love with someone who wasn't living, not in the natural sense anyway. Despite her cold exterior and sole purpose for existing, Amy had fallen in love with him, and in his own way, he felt the same for her. Feelings were not part of his programming, but Amy Rose changed things for him. Suddenly destroying Sonic wasn't important. He no longer wanted to serve Dr. Robotnik or become the master of the robot empire. He had a desire to destroy everything, especially if it made her cry. He had no desire to destroy anything, especially if it made her cry. He wanted to exist, only for Amy Rose. He wanted to become her everything, but if the creator found out, robots weren't meant to fear. However, Metal Sonic knew if Master Dr. Robotnik found out about his love for Amy, he would reprogram him permanently, or worse, take him apart. And that possibility terrified him, so they had to meet only in secret. Late at night, far from the prying arms of their friends and fellow robots, sometimes at Emerald Coast or inside the withered building at the Mystic Ruins. It didn't matter where they went, Metal Sonic could always find Amy, so she set the place and time. Amy knew this facade couldn't last. It was only a matter of time before Eggman forced Metal Sonic to fight Sonic and his friends again. She dreaded the day, and Metal promised he would never harm her, but his promise did not extend to her friends. Friendship or love, obey or be destroyed. The choices were so soul-shattering. Tonight, Amy chose to meet Metal in the deep reaches of Frog Forest. The sound of the frogs combined with the splashes within the swampy area was not exactly the most romantic place to meet, but it was one of the most private and isolated ones. As soon as she entered the area, she felt one of Metal's hands on her shoulder, and she smiled. He wasn't a real Sonic, and it no longer mattered. He was Amy's world, and she loved him